welcome back everybody. We're going to go through a couple of explanations in regards to how our camera works, and what we're going to do is go through some of the actual accessories that go in and onto our camera. So really the first thing to kind of think about is that we have to have a battery in order to be able to shoot. So on this camera I actually have a housing here, and what this is, it's an extended battery compartment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off for you. Most of your guys' cameras probably don't have this, so what your cameras will probably look like, it'll just have a little flap right here, and this is where the battery goes into. So the batteries for the Canons, okay, for the 5Ds, I can't remember here we go, is that this actually holder and everything holds two. So what your cameras and everything, and what your batteries probably for the class and everything will look like is just like this. There are Canon ones, and I think some of you may actually have probably these Wasabi ones. They work the same exact way. One's just cheaper than the other. One is a manufacturer, one is the second off. So what you'll do if you just have the regular battery and no holder or anything is that this little switch here, okay, it actually pushes in. So what you'll actually have to do is pull on the little flap here that I've taken off, and it will come open, and then if you already have a battery in there, you just press in and it will actually pop out. So let me go ahead. So the little metal pieces, those always go down and in towards the camera, and then you just press in and it actually clips in place, and then you'll have to actually close this compartment flap and everything in order for the camera to work. If you actually want to take the battery out, you just hold it, and there should be a spring action and it should just pop right out. So if you have a holder and everything, what you want to do is go ahead and pop both the batteries in. They actually go towards the inside center section of this battery compartment here. I used to have a Canon, one of these. It actually, I've had two of these Canon before, and they actually broke, both of the ones, and I've had this one the longest, and it's a Velo. Here is the information if anybody's interested in it. I think I've honestly had this one for probably 2 or 3 years, and I haven't had any issues with it, so it's actually done really well for me. So once you have this, actually goes into the battery compartment just like that, and then you have to spin this until it locks. Actually, you go the opposite way. Upside down here. Get a little bit of pressure on it, and then once you get it to a locking point, it actually should get pretty tight. And there you go. And so what happens with these battery holders and everything, it actually acts as a shutter release as well on the bottom of this battery, as long as it's turned on. So if you have the battery extension and everything on the bottom of this, it's actually ergonomically designed to allow you to hold the camera at better angles, and also to be able to shoot at portrait and then also switch over to landscape. So on the bottom of these, they also have a tripod mount or a shoulder strap mount. So all you got to do is just screw those in, or not have one at all. I usually keep my tripod mount and everything on the bottom of this one, and then if I need to use my shoulder, I'll put the actual shoulder strap onto my lens here and everything. It's a little bit more rugged, strong. So in regards to batteries, that's where those go. So you want to always make sure to charge your batteries and have your batteries charged before class, just so that when we go out, or when you guys get assigned a project, you guys have your batteries charged. So that's it for batteries. Why don't we jump into your storage? So compact flashes, or if you're using, like, let's say one of the T6Is, or one of the like semi-pro cameras. On the side of our cameras, for the most part, you should have a storage area in regards to where you put your flash cards. So this camera actually uses SD cards, and then they also use CF cards, compact flash cards. For the most part, in regards to the cards, so this one actually uses both of these right here. So this is the SD card size right here, and then this is the CF card size. when it comes to the difference in between these, one is going to be reliability. These tend to be a little bit faster than what these are, and they're a little bit more reliable, so you don't actually lose any of your photos, or like let's say the flash cards go corrupt. I've had issues with these over time, but these also are used within this camera as a backup too if you set it up within your settings. So for the most part, I shoot onto a CF card, and what will happen is that it goes right in here, and once you press, this little button switch trigger will come up, and then all you got to do is just close it up. Some of your guys' cameras will probably actually, where your battery compartment is, have your SD area card holder as well. Most of the point and shoot cameras are probably going to shoot on an SD or a mini, so if you have one of these SDs, your mini, let me see if I have, your mini could come in like this sort of adapter, or the actual mini is the size of this little drawing, this little illustration right here. So this illustration is the size of a micro, and so some cameras and everything actually use these micros and the minis as well. So I actually use one of these, and then I don't plug in my cable or anything into my AV or digital out. Most of you guys probably have a cord or something like that that comes with your cameras if you guys own your cameras, and so people will plug in right here into their actual computer. I actually prefer these because for one, it's a little bit faster. It also doesn't wear this housing out, okay, where your AV digital out is. So if you use this all the time and everything, you actually have a chance to wear it out. So I actually just take apart, take the flash card out and everything and just put it right onto here. So that's how you get the actual photos off of the flash cards onto your computers, by using one of these, or you can actually use the cable itself. So we got our flash cards, we got our battery. This little hot shoe mount up here, you can use a extended flash if you want, like maybe one of the Canons. I've got a 580 EX2 that you can actually mount on top of here, and it's controlled by the camera, but you can also control it by the light source. This is also a transmitter for my studio lighting, so it lives a lot of the time on my main bodies. They're in the studio. In order to get something onto the hot shoe, all you got to do is place it into these little rails and then press it forward. Okay, don't do it up here because you actually may twist it and may break it. Stuff is fragile. In regards to taking on and off a lens on a Canon body, this little button over here, you want to press into the button and then twist the lens. So hold on to the actual body itself, and it should twist to the left. Okay. If you have a Nikon, it's the opposite. It's an opposite on a Nikon bayonet mount. So what you want to be able to do is that in order to be able to put them in, you line up where that little red dots are. So you have a red dot on top of the lens. There's one on the actual camera body. So we will line it up right here. And then all you got to do with the Canon body is just twist that way. So instead of twisting it this way with a Canon, the Nikon will twist this way once you press the button and actually want to take the Nikon lens off. So different manufacturers and everything. Everything is not universal. The Canons are what I use. I've got a couple film cameras that we can maybe go through, and I'll make another video based on those, on how to operate and open up the back of a film camera lens. So hopefully that gives you a little bit more information on how to actually get your camera bodies ready to shoot in class and everything. So hopefully that's enough information, and I'll talk to you soon.